Good afternoon. 12 hours of protesting spanning parts of downtown Albuquerque and Nob Hill came to an end early this morning. And while the crowds have gone home, they left their mark, a huge mess. News 13's Cole Miller is live along Central with where things are today. Cole.
Kim, it sounded like things may fire up again this morning. Some social media sites calling for a continued protest outside of UNM. So far, though, no signs of anything down there. I want to show you a real quick picture here at the Triangle Park Police Substation. The main entrance absolutely littered with eggs. Let's switch gears now and show you some video from last night when things started taking a dramatic turn. This was the scene along Central some 9 hours or so after this protest began. At around 9:30, tear gas was thrown into the streets and police began hauling people off in zip tie restraints. Mace was also being used on the crowd. Now, this all started out as a fairly peaceful protest at APD headquarters in response to the deadly Foothills shooting where police shot and killed James Boyd, a homeless man in the Foothills. The protest quickly spilled out onto the streets with people marching up and down Central. At one point, some people made their way onto I-25. And as the sun came up today, we could see some of the damage left behind, much of it being graffiti near the Alvarado Transportation Center and the bridge under I-25 at Central. Also taking a hit, this Triangle Park Police Substation up here in Nob Hill. It was tagged with FTP and F the police. This morning, our cameras caught city crews cleaning things up. We talked to one man who watched things go down last night.
They didn't care. They're in the middle of the road, you know what I mean? Just doing what they had to do to get the word out there, I guess.
What did you think of the way they did that?
It was just, I mean, they could have did it in a lot more organized, you know what I mean? They should have been more organized.
Now, it's not clear how much this cleanup is costing the city. We're going to keep an eye out here along Central, around the UNM campus to see if things do start up again. We also some social media sites reporting maybe something starting at noon. So we'll keep an eye on that. Kim, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Cole. Now, at least 6 people were arrested last night during the protest and charged with disorderly conduct. Some were arrested because they would not get out of the road after repeated warnings. Others were arrested because they were fighting. Now, as you see in much of the video, protesters really put the patience of officers to the test. But throughout the day, officers remained calm, even as they stood face to face with protesters. Mayor R.J. Berry spoke last night about the job officers did and what they faced. He said one officer was hurt, although it's not known how or to what extent. Now, the mayor also said at one point 2 police officers were trapped in their vehicles underneath an overpass, while others were spit on or had things thrown at them.
I think APD has done an exceptional job this afternoon of de-escalating situations when we have had protesters who obviously have been in a situation where they want to escalate the situation on numerous occasions.
APD has not said how many officers had to be called in yesterday to deal with the protests. We are hoping to get a briefing from them later today. And there is growing support for APD after yesterday. In fact, there's now a call for another demonstration in favor of Albuquerque police. The event is posted on Facebook and is called Supporting the Albuquerque Police Department. It's asking people to go to Civic Plaza Saturday, April 12th from 10 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. Now, this APD badge is also making the rounds on Facebook and other social media, with many people using it as their profile picture. Across the badge, it's written, "I support APD." There are a number of other versions as well, and comments talking about APD's restraint yesterday in dealing with these protesters. Many are also sharing positive dealings that they have had with APD in the past. APD's website is up and running again after becoming the target of a cyber attack yesterday. The hacktivist group called Anonymous had threatened it, and the city IT staff says there was some unusual activity on the website yesterday about 10:50 in the morning. As a precaution, the site was shut down. Last week, Anonymous released a YouTube video linking viewers to software that they could download to harm the city's websites.